Ho, 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 ho. Okay. Well, that was happy Sunday, happy actual blizzard. We actually have an actual blizzard that the weather people and meteorologists got correct. And man, what a shit show out there. I don't think any of us are ready. I mean, we've been lied to for how long about these snowstorms? And oh, bless me. Let's see. Let's make sure that I am alive now. Here we go. Okay. All right. What am I missing on this Sunday? I don't think I'm missing anything here. I had a little hiccup earlier, but nothing to worry about. I think we are sounding good. I got the basement cooking. Let me just get the let's get all set up here. Okay. Well, that snow's wild. It's so light, doesn't even feel real, and yet there's a shit ton of it. And I must have went outside 3 times, but one time I really kind of cleaned everything off, and it's kind of staying off. But man, I'm completely buried in snow. My deck's covered, and I'm wet. I probably could have gone and been all right. So it looks like they did our driveways, or the condo is all set, but basically wherever your vehicle is parked, you're buried. And I wanted to make sure that I was not buried in that tomorrow. Oh, look at our Stream Elements bot decided to say something. Wow. Twitch chat not working. So we're using Stream Elements, and no, it doesn't work. And I don't know why. Even Paul goes, here, check this video, make sure it's connected. Yes, it's connected. That's why it's streaming. And the multi-chat's on? I don't know. So they had an update where I got an update to restream chat, and I got excited that there's an update for Stream Elements, and I was like, no, they're not the same thing. They're not the same thing. So here we are. So any Twitch jobbers in here? Yeah. Oh well. I don't know. I have to make do here. I figure I come on because I figured everyone's gonna be snowed in here. Edward Snowden. And crazy, it took my clock down to keep checking my phone. I'm so used to seeing a clock everywhere that I'm just like, hey, where's the clock? It's not here. Oops, on my phone. It's all good. I want to hear some wild tales. Oh, excuse me. I was going to dress up in complete snow gear because it's freezing. It's freezing in here, and actually not cold down here. I cranked up the heat for the show, but it's cold out there. I had the full robbery mask on and everything. Was not messing around with this at all. Man, that wind blew. Like I was taking snow, shoveling it, and it was just wailing me in the face, and I was like, oh crap. Brian, if you're on, if you can check TikTok and see if I can probably see 2. Let's see.
What's going on with her?
I don't even know how.
Why is no one talking to her?
Because she's a...
The people that give the...
Let's see, live. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so I guess... I don't want to look at that. I guess we're not live on TikTok. Got it approved. Got everything approved, but I'm missing something. So we're getting little by little. We're making progress into the live stream, but maybe get some calls today. Probably no one thinks I'm gonna go live because of the snow, but the snow doesn't affect a live stream because I'm in my house. I'm buried outside, completely buried outside. But well, let's see. Let's see how we roll today. Let's go. Let me check on Twitch. Let me check Twitch out. Freaking Arc Raiders is going crazy on there. Okay. I don't know why my internet's acting all slow. Just spamming a button for it to work. Is this thing gonna work or what? Just spamming a button for it. That's strange. Let me see something. Oh, wait. Let me see, son. Okay. So it says oh, my feet are getting hot. All right, let's see if okay. I did go poopy. I went poopy earlier. Got 0 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch. It's crazy. So the first time I went on, it was weird. So I restarted the stream, but I only got an email for the second restream. So, okay, so that doesn't make any sense of what I'm seeing on the computer, what I'm in here. Whatever. Paul back, oh, stop talking about your problems on the stream. Luckily, there's nobody here, so I can just talk to myself. Of course, I don't post it. I should post it, but I was hoping people got the alerts that I'm on. Maybe get some calls. Probably whoever is working is probably stuck at work. So if you're stuck at work, you come by and say hello. What up? Because I'll be stuck at work tomorrow, bright and early. Let me send a text out here. God, this autocorrect is so stupid. Like, who even writes like this? I'm curious. Well, ain't nobody here, so I guess I can just mess around with this until somebody shows up. Well. Okay, now I'm still here. Don't you worry. I'm over at the engineer station here. Just doing a little chatting on here. Just I don't know why this is doing this. Making progress though, making a lot of progress because this was not happening before. So that's good. Well, at any rate, but all right. Well, I'm not gonna sit here and mess with this. Let's see here. Well, let's see what else we're gonna do tonight for the stream. We got a little sidetracked. We finished up filming Nick Sahadi's episode last night, which was a blast. I mean that guy's funny. His episode will be out in February, and it's got a cool story. He's got a cool life, and he's just like it's a regular dude, and small business owner. You think small businesses. You don't think of being successful. Like, oh, they're small business, they struggle. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure he does, but him and his sister do really well. And he's kind of went over his long game and retirement and shit like that, which is crazy to think about. Like, I look at him and I look like he's still a kid, like I feel too, but he's not. But it was really interesting, and glad he came on, and there's gonna be some funny moments on that for sure, because we had first of all, it was freezing out, so we kept all the beer outside, so nice and ice cold, and a lot of the beer was drank. A lot of bourbon was drank, and I don't have any complaints. We did a bunch of pee breaks too. We had to do those. Well, I will probably end up doing, if you get no activity in the next like 15 minutes, I'll probably just do a short session, do a half hour, and try to work on some back end stuff. But yeah, I'm kind of wiped from yesterday's. I mean, I was working down in the studio all day. I had some stuff from Amazon supposed to come in, never came in, so I had to cancel some orders and then actually go out to Best Buy and do a bunch of running around, last minute stuff. But I think overall, man, the studio is set. There's probably just one last little tidbit that I gotta get. Other than that, man, we are good. We are rolling. I'm looking forward to our next guest. I want to keep bringing people on. Next guest is going to be a friend, but I don't know which way that conversation is going to go. So I may just freeball that one. So we'll see. I've finished up Heated Rivalry, and I know it's a very controversial show. Would probably be a word. I don't know about controversial. I wouldn't say controversial. It was. It could be if you watched the whole thing. I ended up watching the whole thing. Besides the obvious shit that's happening there, dudes banging. There's a There's actually a really, really good story, and I wonder what, just if it's based on like a true story. I mean, obviously not all the banging or whatever. Like that just was like watching Skinamax, and I give a shout out to Shelly. She's the one that told me to watch it, probably for the wrong reason, but ended up having a halfway decent story. Actually, a really good story, and it was a really good ending. Like it's like they're planning for like a season 2. I mean, say what you want and about it, and it's, you know, I sent my buddy Matt photos of stuff in the movie just to humble him, but you know, it's when you break down the show into its message, so to speak, and I know the NFL had something like that years ago where people were coming out and it was tough, and I'm sure it was. I think nowadays it's more open, I guess. I don't know. The difference between being like an openly gay sports player and then just like making it about you because you are gay, and it's like, look at me. Oh no, some people just come out and it's just like, no, this is just my life. I don't need you to like, you're not. Difference between flaunting it, que pasa, flaunting it. But speaking of heated rivalry, we have Sneaky Canadian Man in here. Maybe no roast tonight. Maybe a roast. It's been a strange evening over at the edging studio, in a good way, bad way, good way, however you want to say it. Yeah, I can't believe the amount of snow that we got today. And I looked out the window and I go, holy shit. I said, man, I guess broken clock is right twice. And man, it is snowing out there. So luckily my truck is pretty much exposed and unburied. I have to go back tomorrow in the morning and just kind of shovel my stuff out. But man, it's probably up to my knees. I was double layering in sweatpants out there, digging around. Good thing it's not heavy. That would have probably made or break the storm. It's super fluffy, and it's probably like stuff from chemtrails in there spraying down. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, we got an actual snowstorm for once. I don't even remember the last time there was a blizzard like that I can remember. But I'm trying to think the last time we had a snowstorm like that. What's it like in New Britain? Is it a pretty plastered out there with snow? Because I'm freaking buried. The caddy is almost gone. I mean, that's exaggeration, but because it's so low to the ground and covered and with a white cover, it just looked like it just disappeared. I'm gonna have to floor it in my truck tomorrow to get out and basically drive through that mess and let them come in and clean everything. But holy crap! Yeah, I was putzing around for a while out there. Had a little bit of an incident. God, I haven't been tired all day, and I come sit on the show and chill and talk, and I'm all right. I pass out. But I had a little bit of an incident earlier. I would say a spiritual journey. When I was outside, I didn't see anything, but it was definitely interesting. But so you want to talk about spiritual journeys? So
Connecting. Call from.
Hello, it's me, Gargamel.
Hello, you've called Edging with Friends.
Hello, is this AAA?
Oh no, Gargamel, how are you?
Oh, so I was drinking a little today, and some dummy stole my wheels and tires off the bus.
During a snowstorm?
Yeah, it was a smurfs. I know it.
Oh my God, that's awful. Well,
I saw a little brainiac. I don't want to confront.
Well, that sounds awful, Gargamel. And they're probably riding your tires down giant hill in New Britain and catching some waves here, or some snow hill.
Yeah. So I was drinking Grey Goose.
You're drinking Grey Goose, dude? Okay, Gargamel. Yeah, get it in the snow.
Drinking and having fun, and then the Smurfs took them.
How, man, it took them that quick? Huh? How long were you drinking before they took your wheels?
About an hour.
Well, that is awful, and I know the police are not gonna come either. So, how are you gonna
No.
how are you gonna get around tomorrow?
I don't know. We're in trouble.
Yes, we are in trouble. Aren't you supposed to be driving some kids around in the school tomorrow?
Yeah, we were driving the Smurfs around, but you know those Smurfs, they're fucking full.
Those freaking Smurfs, you're going to see little blue dots and they're just blowing around the snow. Maybe it's blowing some snow.
No, they were in the back of the bus. They were doing that wacky tobacco. I told them not to, but then they came out the bus and then they stole the wheels off the fucking thing.
Holy shit. You think the Smurfs are behind it? Did they go around and steal the rims after you started hitting the old grandpa's old cough medicine around?
Well, that's what happens. They smoke that green grass, puff it away in the back seat like they own the thing.
Oh my God. I mean, I feel like that you kind of let them build up to that event. Let them do that drugs on the bus.
Gargamel does not believe in drugs. Only the Peruvian powder and the nose candy. That's it.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think that's drugs, though. I think that's like magical Smurf powder.
Yeah, I don't like it. I just like the way it smells.
Ooh, what does it smell like?
It smells like McGoodness, the booger sugar.
Ooh, the McGoodness. Speaking of McGoodness, booger sugar, our guest last night was talking about how his friend was doing the candy crack from Germany Oktoberfest, and told him we didn't get to take part in it. I wonder if the Smurfs are taking part in some Germany Oktoberfest Snortski.
Absolutely. Them fucking Smurfs love that shit.
Well, I hope you get back your wheels back before. Well, luckily there's no. Do the Smurfs have school tomorrow?
There is no snow because of that. There's no school because of the snow, but they need to give me my wheels back.
Do you have somebody you can text in the Smurf underworld to get your rims back?
I'm going to call Papa Smurf. I know he got them. I know he has them somewhere, that fuck.
Will you tell him, give my shit back now?
I gotta go. I'm gonna what now?
One. You know, it's always good when Gargamel calls in. Unfortunately today, somebody robbed Gargamel's school bus's rims and tires, and they think it was the Smurfs that were super high as shit on the bus, and decided to rob them. I don't even know what Gargamel's. I think Gargamel's a guy, right? Yeah, rob his rims and tires. That is a shitty day. And I see we got Shu in here. Yashu, what's up, man? I saw a picture from the fight last night, and they were pretty tore up. I tell you right now. And his face was like beat to shit, which is great. Hang on. Man, okay. Oh, okay, dokie. back at it. Sorry, getting a little distracted from they have all this work stuff going on. I'm getting text about, and it should be interesting going in tomorrow. But anyways, the fight last night, didn't see it. I know Jeff was hosting it, but by the time everyone left last night, we jumped on Call of Duty, and per usual, had a couple more drinky poos, and that was a wrap for me. Played Call of Duty for a while. Oh, we should have found oh. You crazy? What the hell? Oh, okay. My bad. All right, let me see here. Patty did not win. You know, I was supposed to go to Jeff's and watch it, but like I said, I just couldn't. They left, and then Danny was on, so we just started drinking. I wasn't going anywhere. You get that dopamine rush after the episode, so it's like all this build up to the show, and then there's the show itself, and then there's like when everyone leaves, it's like the calmness, right? And I'm like, holy crap, I drank too much. So let's have another drink, play some video games, which I did. And that is how my night ended. Then I saw that you guys were playing some Fortnite, and I saw the message, and I went out and shoveled for, I don't know, let's see, an hour and change. And then I just came back on, and yeah, I played some more of the Star Wars game, and then I did the show. And I decided to do a little research, do a little extra stuff for the stream. Is it working? I don't think so, but I tried. So until next time. But for now, I'm happy Gargamel called in. Maybe we'll get some other callers. We got our weekly stooges, the weekly edgers calling in, and that's what we're gonna call them. We have the edgers, the edging edgers. No, just the edgers is funny. But yeah, I'm kind of beat. I'm trying to finish up my book, and then I realized I had more than I thought I had. And the book's all right. I mean, it got overhyped, and that was probably my first mistake. And it's a three book series. It's about the stories of Baron Trump and his beautiful dog, Bulger. So there's 3 books in the one book. So I think when the dude wrote it in the 1900s, because the first book is 1900 or The Last President, and that was a pretty good story, but it's so short. I'm like, they could have made that way longer, but they made the other adventures too long. Like I don't know. There's a lot of different. I don't want to say conspiracies. Probably conspiracies is probably the right word. But what was I saying? They should have made that longer. Like the adventures, like it looks like Baron Trump was a kid. I'm like, dude, it's weird that the kid's name is Baron Trump, right? And the eldest Baron. But if you read the book, and you read, like, they live in a castle. They live like the elder Baron. He doesn't even call them fathers, like the elder Baron, and then like the mom. And they just go out and just do like these adventures, and they're like not even remotely close to real. Like there's no way. Like there's like lightning bugs. Like they have like asses that light up, and like they make clear for paths. Like it's all a bunch of weird mystical shit. I mean, it's cool. I like that kind of stuff, but it's not. It's in the dystopian family, I think, of books, probably because of the first book. And I didn't know you can buy each book by itself, so I just bought the whole like, was it Ingrel Socks? I'm gonna butcher the name, but it's his, and he did a bunch of like kids books, and you read the thing, and it's like, yeah, 2 of the books are like that, and they're long, they're super long, weird. He's got a pirate ship, he's got a crew. Although they died on one mission, everyone died, but he's like super rich, so maybe that's the only comparison is the irony in the name Baron, the wealth. That's it. That's the only really comparison besides the first book, which is not mentioned Trump at all in it, but it shows like it's interesting. I'm almost done though. It was a good. So I do good reads every year, and I pick, like, this year was the first year I actually picked a certain set of books to read throughout the year, and some I read already. Like this book was long. There was a lot of information in it, and I don't know if I'm going to say this right, but they talk in like a Shakespearean style text. So, and maybe it's like in English, something like that, but it's weird. Let's see. Oh, you bought every Batman game? Ooh. The Batman games look tough. What was it? Arkham Asylum, I think it was. There's like a third person. Kind of reminded me of like Spider-Man. That show's pretty cool. Speaking of Spider-Man, I got to watch one of the Home Away. I was watching at the barber shop, and it looked pretty good. I almost stayed and watched it while I was there. I'm like, oh man, you got me roped in with these kids. I'll watch Spider-Man. Watch the little Peter Parker. Yeah, what the hell did I have? It was free on PlayStation, but I don't know. I haven't been gaming a whole lot. Just the Call of Duties on Saturday nights. I was into Red Sec a lot. I was big into that, and actually enjoyed playing with Brian a lot. Brian actually got his first dub in it too, so that's a shout out to Brian for that, man. Good shit. I haven't played. I feel like they just kind of killed the game. I mean, they kind of killed the game in like the right sense, but it was wrong. So they had all these like bot lobbies that you can, rank guns up, because it took so long to rank a gun up, and then if you ranked up the wrong gun, you spent like a whole week or so upgrading a gun that was shit. So, I mean, they put these servers out there for people to make and do shit, and then they just started. I mean, maybe they're back. I don't know if they're back. I may try to jump in on them. I just haven't. I haven't played. The season, it took so long to, like, I thought I beat one part and they were all double XP, and it's still not even remotely close. I'm like, who's playing this game? You got 24 hours a day playing this game? Call of Duty, I didn't even buy the Battle Pass because I don't even care. Maybe the next Call of Duty. This one it's fun playing it, like now that I actually imported my controller settings instead of playing how the game was, which is cool. I've never even seen that where you can import your control settings. And I try to do my settings in Battlefield like in Call of Duty, but there's 2 buttons that are different, and if I'm playing, you'll see me mess up because I'll hit the wrong button. I think it's like grenade. The grenade and the melee are backwards. So I'll just randomly just throw a grenade. I'm like, oh, okay. Or I'm randomly melee, try to throw in a grenade. Does not work. But, yeah, playing the Star Wars Outlaws, it's kind of cool. It's kind of frustrating. You're trying to be all sneaky, and you get caught up pretty quick. It's fun. I'm just kind of just putzing around. If I see a mission, I'm not trying to show any. I'm trying to play like devil's advocate. I'm working on both. Like, I'm friends with the Pikes, but also I'll screw over the Pikes if I can get away with it to hook up to the Hutts. So right now I'm just looking out for me. got my ship going finally traveling. Actually did like a ship battle, which was sick, dude. It was super sick. The Watchmen games. No, I never even seen any Watchmen games. I don't even know what those are about. I'd have to like check those out and see. Yeah, I didn't even get to play Fortnite with you guys. I was just kind of like zoning and plowing and shoveling snow, and I was just kind of in the zone to play a little Star Wars for a bit. Just watching my show, finish that up, and then I finished up a podcast. I feel like I did a lot more. Then I fell asleep for a while, and then I watched snow starting to accumulate. I'm like, oh shit, I better get out there and go out there and do something. But and here we are. It's so weird not having a game canceled because like I'm so used to just going and playing. Like, it's been sitting around. Like, I have something to do, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So, for example, like yesterday, I get up at like, I got up and started moving and doing shit around 9. So, working in the studio, had a bunch of shit to do. And of course, I had to go out and get some supplies for it. Like last minute stuff. One thing I didn't really need, but for me, like I over obsess about stuff. So like I had an inclination or a premonition to get something, and I didn't. Then I had an idea about an alternate, so I'm like, yeah, let me get that. And does it work? But the crazy thing is when the crew came over yesterday, they noticed the sound difference down in here, and yeah, it's like it just absorbs all the sound down here, which is cool. So it's looking pretty dope. My little creativity, but man, it's just I can't just sit still. I can't, like today I was like doing nothing. I was like, I'm just gonna sleep on the couch. Like I wanted to go out and do something, but also like I don't know if it's a damn bullet that's like giving me a headache the next day. Like I get like this weird headache. I don't really think I was drinking that much more, but I had to try something and just put like a limit or something. I don't know. Sometimes you just get like last night we were just in the zone. And I don't think I drink that much either. Probably because I started early with these guys. Yeah, probably. But that shit was fun. That was fun. It was a good time. I want to give a shout out to James for hanging out with us. Hopefully he comes on the team as a full-time engineer. I know like he like subtly says like he actually really enjoys doing that. That's right up his alley. And I mean he did a great job. I was watching some of it this morning. I put on. Everything sounds incredible. So I'm hoping James come on full time here. Get a whole production crew. We got Brian and I doing interviews. We got Paul on vacation. Oh, right now they're in a Smuggler's Run in Disney. Last I checked, it's crazy seeing us. It's probably nice and warm out there. They're wearing t-shirts. Here we're layered up pretty good. But man, it was freaking cold earlier. I had to put my my robbery mask on because man, that wind blew. I was like, holy shit! I'm like, all right, now I see why this sucks because it's freezing. Because usually when it snows, it's kind of warmer because it's like insulating. It's insulating, but no, not this. Not this. This was cold. You know, I wanted to work out, and then I realized I hate working out. It sounds stupid, but I actually do not like working out. Like I'll go on the ice and I'll play for an hour or two and get a workout in, but I know I need to like hit the gym and do stuff. So I don't have any of that stuff here, so I used to be able to work out at home, but I always felt like working out at home, the quality wasn't the greatest. Because I feel like because I'm home, I can just do like 10 other things. So going to the gym, like if I go before work, it's great because then I'm like, all right, I'm already out of my element. I'm like, all right, now I can focus on this. But I gotta look up what Nick was talking about last night. He said he was taking something, and we're both talking about different stuff we're taking because in the 40s, 40, and like testosterone dropping and shit like that. So we kind of went back and forth on that. And it was kind of cool that, you just, you want to feel good. And dude, I don't know. I still feel good even though I am 40. That sounds awfully scary and depressing at the same time. I feel energized pretty well. Like we played on Friday in Newington, and damn, I was like, I felt like I was a whole different person. Because on Wednesday we went out to the outdoor rink, and I was just sucking wind, and there was 4 of us. That was it, and it was cold, and it was whipping, and I was just like, man, I was just smoked. And then Friday I was like, bam, let's go, crackhead mode. So Brian, if you're on, I got the rope lights up actually behind me. It looks pretty good here. So I think I may have to keep those in there. I gotta watch my dry rot foot too. It's just nasty. And I mean, not as nasty as Paul's foot, but nasty enough. Oh. Brian's in bipolar playing some video games. But yeah, he brought his headphones over, the podcast headphones, and those things are great. Yeah, and James was like, "Holy shit, these things are nice." I was like, "Yeah, they're supposed to be for here," but now I gotta go get a pair of those. Maybe at some point. Ooh, I like the yellow shoe. Oh. Did you guys have fun playing some Fortnite? I think that I know who was explaining about the delay. Nice. What are you gonna play? Is it Fortnite? Some Marvel Rivals? No. What are you guys playing? What are you playing? What are you guys playing over there? You're not playing Arc Raiders. Love how that's like the that's the big game now, right? Is that shit? Well, I think for the last like 15 minutes or so. Oh shit. Hold up. My nephew just finished his Lego project. Devastator. Yeah, it's dope. So let's talk about a sad story for the last 15 minutes here. My Star Destroyer, the Devastator, had its final launch and crashed into Jakku. We'll call it Jakku. It's Friday night, Saturday morning, 3 a.m. Woke up to a loud crash. And when I mean loud, it wasn't loud. It was like I was like half asleep. And I was like dreaming, and I heard it in my dream, I guess. And I go, I wonder if that ship fell. Sure enough, I go into the spare room. The first thing I notice is that dude's water bowl or his water feeder was flashing red, which means it's out of water or it's dead. And then I look to my right, and there it is, smashed on the fucking ground. The frame is pretty much salvable, but oh yeah, it probably did not take much. So first instinct was, actually I called Danny the next morning, and I'm like, dude, I couldn't tell if I was having like some kind of spiritual attack in my sleep. Because for one thing, it was 3 o'clock in the morning, right? The witching hour. Why does it? This thing's been up for 4 days, done. Not a flinch. 3 o'clock in the fucking morning on a Saturday morning, and it goes down. Like, come on. There's no freaking coincidence in that. Not a chance, dude. Not a chance that something knocked this thing off. It was so top heavy that it would just planted itself. But because it's so top heavy, you just give it a little one of these, and that shit's going down south. So, needless to say, I picked up a bunch of the big pieces. I'm going to try to rebuild it over time and try to get it back to its former glory. I mean, I probably have a bunch of leftover pieces, but I'll get majority of it back together again. So right now it looks like a destroyer that got chopped in half from Rogue One. I was really surprised at what did hold together, because I mean that thing fell like 4 feet. No, 5 feet. That thing fell. So as I'm looking at this shit on the ground at 3 o'clock in the morning, I get fucking goosebumps everywhere. And I go, is there a fucking ghost in the house? Is there a spirit in the house? I'm going over what Maureen said to me about there's a ghost trying to talk to me. I'm like, this is how you want to talk to me? You want to knock over a ship I took 5 days to build? Now I don't want to talk to you ever. Fuck off. But that's not what happened. And I had trouble sleeping because I was like, yo, what is in my house? What's in my room? So I did find it odd at the moment. When it fell, I went in a room and dude was looking from down the stairs up. And I go, I wonder if he was downstairs. No, he wasn't. Come to find out, he was at his water bowl at 2:58. He was sitting staring at it, trying to get it to work. Next scene, 2 minutes later, is me going in there looking. So, I don't know why he thought to knock that over or why he went up there. Or that's the only thing I can think of is that he probably just jumped up there and just hit it and it just fell. Because I have a camera in that room. And I knew it was him. Well, I mean, as much as I want to talk about the spiritual realm, I'm also a realist. And I go, this thing is only going to be knocked over if something knocks it over that's real. So I was like, let me put logic behind it. It says it's gotta be the cat, because it's been up there for 4 days. It's heavy as shit. So I'm like, it's not just gonna fall on its own. So I went and caught him, and the minute I picked him up and brought him to look at the destroyer, he started freaking out. He freaked the hell out. And I go, you're guilty, dude. Like, you're guilty, bro. Like, he was squirming. I started meowing, trying to get away from me. Like, he knew he did that. He watched me build that thing all week. Because his water thing died, he took it on the ship. And I kind of left a mess there until earlier today, and I cleaned it up. I threw it all on the bed, all the pieces, and I'm actually gonna think I'm gonna build it backwards, right? I'm gonna build the bridge is like half destroyed, so I can get the bridge, put that back on, because I want to get the center spire up with the control tower and shit, and then, because a lot of them are a lot of big pieces. I have to just reconnect them, and it's probably not going to take that long. But right now it's still sensitive. And Brian, I meant to show you that yesterday, and I did mention it briefly, but yeah, it kind of was a sore subject. And dude, I was fried because I don't know. I was just I just wanted to, I feel like I had to catch up my sleep, so I was, dude, out cold, and I heard a bang, and it was just like a soft, but it woke me up, but it's like I was hearing it in a dream, and I woke up and I go, I think he knocked, I think the destroyer fell down. That's immediately what I thought it was, and not like someone's breaking in, not like something's dropped downstairs. It's not even a tree. He doesn't even bother the Christmas tree. It's still up. He doesn't even jump on it. He doesn't even care. When I was building it, he would chew on it, and I would like chase him away. But he knew like that would probably get my attention, and it did. It did. Did I want to kill him? I actually wasn't really that mad. I don't know why. I think I was worried that the house was haunted for a while. And that took a while to get over. Because maybe it's not haunted. Maybe it is haunted. But that thing fell. And it's too bad. It's almost too bad that it was a ghost. But I'm pretty sure it was a cat. Because why else? Yeah, I had that shit upstairs in the spare room. It was in a perfect spot. When I said it's going to be undisturbed on this spot. But they got this tiny little, so this thing is freaking massive. So the only thing holding it is a little frame. It's probably like this big. It's a square. And it has these two giant hangers that come up. And it just hangs like this. And it just sits and connects to it. But that's like the main frame. So it has like a giant skeleton inside of it. It was like Technics. Remember those things where they're like it's not like the Lego building, but it's like the other pieces. And that whole thing goes from front to back and the bottom. So like to move it, it's like pretty much it's two handles. You can pick it up. You can pull the top pieces of the bridge off, the control tower, all this shit off, and you can pick it up and grab it. So now when I rebuild it, I'm going to have to do that. And, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do that. But I would have showed you, Brian. I would have showed you, like, what happened. I'm like, oh, look at that. It's if you look up the Battle of Jakku, you see that the destroyer on the ground. I'm pretty sure that's a Devastator. And that was Iden Verso's father's ship from the game. Probably one of the few things that Disney did that wasn't a total waste was the Battle of Jakku. And technically, the Battle of Jakku could have actually been in Legends instead of canon. It could have been both, because there's nowhere saying in Legends that didn't happen. What we do know is that there's no Kylo Ren in Legends. There's no Ben Solo. There's none of that shit. But that's why they did three movies and did nothing else with it. Nothing else with that. Not saying that they were bad, but I think they could have went a different direction. So I'm glad they went the other direction, pre-stuff. But now Kathleen Kennedy's gone. Talked about that last night a little bit, about her being gone. So, and a couple of her comments saying there was like no comic books to reference and no books reference. I'm like, I got fucking tons of books. Especially up until Return of the Jedi. Then there's a whole other like series after, but they don't have nothing. I don't know why she had to think they had to rewrite the whole damn thing. I mean, a lot of it's still the same, but I think everything after episode 9, they is it 9? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the ones that suck. I mean, The Force Awakens was cool, introducing a new villain, the Knights of Ren. I wish it did more Knights of Ren. I read some of the books from that era and wasn't impressed. I read some of the books from the it's the era right before episode 4 on my drum. It's the High Republic, which is cool. So that was untouched area in the books. It was all blank. Like, yeah, you can go and go write that shit, but we'll see what Dave Filoni does. Dave Filoni's got his hands. He's got a lot of work to do. So I wonder what he's gonna try to bridge and put a Band-Aid on a lot of the shows or movies. I mean, they're still doing comic books. They're still putting books out. You know, the High Republic's kind of was tough for me. It was kind of cool stories. I get like the Nile. The Nile were a terrorist group. There's no empire. There's no nothing. Barely. I mean, there's Jedi, but Jedi are like they're more protectors, not fighters, and they work with the community and all this shit to defeat the Nile. But I read a bunch of those, and then the Acolyte came out, and Acolyte was not what I expected. Very predictable, except when Plagueis shows up, and that was it, and that made the show tolerable. I mean, if you're gonna do the Acolyte, it should have just been called like Plagueis. I mean, if you're making a show before a time when this dude was, before Palpatine even existed, it should have just been Plagueis or Tenebris. But so future reference, I think we're gonna do another May the 4th thing come up. I know James hinted it to last night. Do it in costume thing, and that's sick. So I'm thinking we're gonna do that again. I gotta actually make a note and see if he wants to do that because that was a lot of fun. You know, we can go over a lot of. I kind of fell off a little bit. I haven't been really following up because there's a lot of like fan work, fan art, and a lot of trailers that are not real trailers, but they look good. So it's kind of hard to see like what's real, like all the fan art. I love it though. I think the fan art's amazing. I think they should just keep doing it. As long as Lucas Films will let them let it be added to the series. But shit, what time is that? Fuck. Hold on. Yeah, his Venator looks good. Yeah, Will finish his Venator. I gotta send him the post pictures of mine. Well, I had one good call in today, Gargamel. I'm going to go finish doing, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing tonight, but I'll be wrapping this up a little short. It's about an hour. And we'll be on next Sunday. Next Sunday? Let's check my hockey schedule. Oh, God, stop. 7:50. Oh, next Sunday is the 1st? I actually may not even be on next Sunday. Because now we're going to be a game behind. I don't know how that's going to work. But if I do come on, it might be later. It'll probably be later. I'll still try to come on. Let me do something like this afterwards, but all right, let me get out of here. Oh, crack my neck a little bit, but everyone have a great night. Everyone enjoy the game that they're playing, and I'm gonna go game or something too. Laters.